Alright, how do we get the Enigmatic Legacy mod? This mod basically adds a ton of new items and mechanics within the game. So yeah, how can we obtain it? It's very simple. Just go to CurseForge, search for Enigmatic Legacy. As you can see, it has almost 16 million users, was created 6 years ago, and the last update was about a year ago. Then just click on Files, select Mod Loaders, Forge, choose your version, in this case 1, 20.1, 3 clicks and download the file. Save this file in the .minecraft folder and do the same with its dependencies. If we go to the mod page and click on Relations, we need Kylum's Curious API and Patchouli, all the same process, okay? Go to Files, Mod Loaders, Forge, same software and version. Where do we save it? In Windows, press Win+R, type app data, okay? Go to roaming then .minecraft and save it in the mods folder, got it? That's where we save it. If the mods folder doesn't exist, just create one. Once in game, when you start, you'll receive 2 items, the Ring of 7 Curses and the Enigmatic Amulet, so yeah, enjoy playing. Alright, let's start talking about the Heart of Creation. This is a creative object that basically has a simple effect. It makes you immune to suffocation, falling damage, and many bugs. It guarantees your ability to fly, compensates for mining speed when flying, and basically makes you immortal when equipped in your inventory. If you somehow get this item in survival mode, I'd recommend that, since you're honest players, you should throw it away, okay? Theoretically, this is an item that should only be obtainable in creative mode, okay? It has no crafting recipe or anything, so theoretically you shouldn't be able to get it, but, well, it's there in case you somehow obtain it, okay? It can be used, especially in test worlds or servers, okay? And basically, if you carry it in your inventory, its function works passively, okay? You just keep it here in your inventory, and that's it. Alright, how can we use the WAM box in Enigmatic Legacy? Well, basically this is a loot table testing tool, okay? This object shows the name of the selected loot table at the bottom of the screen, got it? For example, here it shows me spawn bonus chests, right? In this case, it shows where items can be obtained. You just shift right click, and as you can see, it changes the table. And if I grab a chest now and apply it to the chest, important note, you have to do this on top of the chest, okay? This is another creative item, but it helps you see the different loot options available. So you just take a chest, select Village Plains Loot, and there you have it. It's a great tool for testing different loot types within creative mode for the mod. Alright, we have here the extra dimensional eye, which basically allows us to teleport creatures within the same dimension, okay? Basically, first we shift right click on a block to mark the target position, and then theoretically we would hit the entity with a left click, okay? As you can see, they teleport without any problems. This could be useful for transporting villagers, for example, and other mobs. It's important to know that it's single use in survival mode, okay? It doesn't work between dimensions, and if we want to do this multiple times, we'll need to find or craft several, okay? As it says, the crafting recipe isn't too expensive either. Alright, how to use the Potion of Recall. This potion works similarly to items from other games, but adapted for Minecraft. When you drink it, you'll teleport to your respawn point, whether that's your bed or whatever spawn point you have set. Basically, it takes you to your last spawn point. If I drink it again now, as you can see, it'll take me back to the same area, okay? As you can see, it doesn't seem to have a crafting recipe, but it does have uses. If it doesn't have crafting, you can basically get it. Oh, it seems it does have a recipe. You make it with an awkward potion, an eye of ender, and blaze powder. The awkward potion is made by adding nether wart to water, and if we wait, there we have it. Potion of recall. Yes, it can be obtained, okay? It's also pretty easy to make. With this, we could also craft things like a twisted mirror or a scroll of postmortem recall, right? Those are slightly more complex crafting recipes. But anyway, with this we can return to spawn, and it's available in survival mode too. Alright, I'm presenting the Axe of the Executioner. This is quite a unique axe, okay? So, as you can see, you craft it using a diamond axe, a blaze rod, 2 blaze powders, and a netherite ingot, okay? And a wither skeleton head, and basically it gives us a 10% beheading chance, okay? It says it has the probability of cutting off monsters' heads. Each level of looting adds another 5% to the probability. What does that mean? Right now, theoretically, we have an extra 10%. I don't know what the normal probability is, maybe 2.5% question mark. No idea, for example, of getting a wither skeleton head, okay? So this means our probability should be relatively high to get a wither skeleton head, okay? I'll try for a bit. Theoretically, it's 10% or 11% or so it shouldn't take me too long. And there it looks like I've obtained the head. In fact, I just got an achievement, which is basically getting a mob's head, right? So this works with zombies too, okay? It works with any type of mob. Now, let's actually add looting to it. We'll enchant it with looting 3, so you can see that it's much faster. Now, theoretically, we should have up to an extra 25%. Well, there it shows us, see? So we have a 25% chance of getting a zombie head, okay? And I wanted to mention that the axe isn't really an axe, even though it's crafted like one. It has a range attack, right? As you can see, it has the sweeping effect like a normal sword, which means I can hit multiple mobs at once. See? Let's see if I get a head. Oh, there it gave me one. It just gave me one, but I couldn't show it properly. What a shame. As I said, the probability is high. I mean, 25% is a pretty high chance. In fact, just by killing these mobs here, one of them should drop a head for sure. Look, there I got one. Perfect. Okay. Actually, I've gotten two. Well, this weapon is really cool, right? So I just wanted to show it to you because it lets us get tons of heads. Skeleton heads, for example, will be used to make the emblem of Monster Slayer, okay? Not much else, right? From here, we'd basically just farm beacons. But, well, hey, the Nether Star has some interesting crafting recipes too. Alright, how to use the Unholy Grail. This is an object found in Minecraft dungeons, especially in zombie, skeleton, or spider spawners. Spawners like this one here, okay? I don't know if we'll get lucky, but I'm going to check it out. No luck, but theoretically they should appear here. It can also be crafted, theoretically, and its main effect when drunk is applying many negative effects to the player. You might say, I love it. Basically, if you've eaten the forbidden fruit before, it says, after eating the fruit, you'll never experience hunger again, but any regeneration will be 80% less effective. So theoretically, if you eat this piece and then drink the Unholy Grail, the effects should be positive, but well, I've been misled a bit, okay? So be careful because it gives us nausea, slowness, it gives us everything, okay? So it's not an item we want to have in our inventory. Plus, it seems I can drink it infinitely, so that's a no. Alright, how to use the Mending mixture. First of all, the Mending mixture is an instant repair potion crafted with advanced ingredients like Dragon's Breath, Gas Tear, and Glittering Melon, which are quite unique items, okay? And basically, its use is quite simple, okay? It says, combine it with any tool, weapon, or armor on a crafting grid to fully restore its durability, okay? So if I take any kind of tool, okay, and wear it out, there it is. Theoretically, if I do this, there it is, completely repaired, okay? We only have one use per bottle, as you just saw. And, well, this way tools don't require mending and such, which means items like, for example, let's try it, a bow with infinity, okay? That theoretically shouldn't be repairable. Okay, let's see. Okay, there it is. We've worn it out. A bow with infinity will let me repair it, okay? Which we couldn't do with mending, for example. So I'm guessing there might be tools that maybe can't have mending applied within the mod, but can be repaired with the mending mixture, or they just added this option as an alternative, right? I don't know for sure. But well, it's another possibility they've given us, so everyone can appreciate something like this. So yeah, there we have it. Alright, how does the Architect's Inkwell work? Well, basically what we'll do is right-click and we'll be able to place a lore fragment. Okay, let's take a look at the crafting recipes. This is the lore fragment, and this is the Architect's Inkwell, which is made with Astral dust. So we put in a lore fragment, and, well, the lore fragment says, use this in an Architect's Inkwell to write a name and lore. When you're done, combine it with any item in an anvil to set those inscriptions, okay? So I could say, for example, this was my sword. Okay, so there we have it, and I think I can change it as many times as I want. Perfect. Okay, this was my sword. The pen theoretically doesn't seem to get used up, okay? Obviously we can use it says from 0 to F to apply any format color. Basically it says we can put Y, Y, and 0, and theoretically we'd be applying a format. F, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do red. Oh, 4, sorry. 4 in red. And then it says you can also apply font formatting, okay? A and K. There it is, I love it. LM. Let's see, LMN. Okay, this one works. I really like this one. And if we add this, let's see, 1. If we add this, theoretically, it should allow us to add more lines. This was my sword, okay? See how it let me add more lines there? Wow. So you just take this and now grab your sword, okay? Take an anvil, put it on, and this was my sword. And now whenever you pick this up, that text will appear, okay? There, it's just a way to customize a bit. Well, the mod gives you that option. I wish Minecraft had this built in, honestly. So yeah, the mod gives us that possibility. Alright, how does the Keystone of Oblivion work? Well, let's talk about it. Oblivion. Basically, this item has the utility of doing the voracious span, and it can be found and has several modes. Okay? I don't know how to show the mode, total absorption mode, okay? Which basically eliminates all the items that have been listed, okay? Off mode, if you crouch, right click and do last stack, which always leaves one stack of each type and deletes excess. And then we have excess absorption mode, which basically only deletes items when your inventory is full. So what does this item do? Well, it automatically destroys items, and to register an item like stone, for example, you right click on it, right? Let's see, here we have a little bit of stone. Basically, we put it in a crafting grid, okay? And we put the stone in there, and as you can see, I made a list of consumable items, stone, and now if I put it on, all the stone gets consumed. Let's go, okay? I don't know if there's any way to cancel the stone now. Yes, if I put it back in the crafting grid, it will remove it, okay? So now every time I get stone, which I don't know how to demonstrate right now, but every time I get stone, this will clean it up for me, okay? Because I have it in total absorption mode. If I had it in last stack, it would always leave one stack of each, okay? Boom. There it is. It leaves me a stack of stone. And if I had it in excess absorption, it says only deletes when there's no free space in the inventory. Okay, now I don't have free space. It leaves me a small slot. You can see it there, but it always leaves the space. So it's important to mark what we want to eliminate and so on. I don't know if you can equip this. No, you can't equip it, okay? So it's just an item that you have there. Well, if you're mining or flattening terrain, maybe it could be useful, right? If you don't want certain materials, who knows? It must have some use. The truth is, I've always been the type of person who hoards everything, but, well, that depends on each person's playstyle. Alright, let's talk about the Ring of the Seven Curses and how it works. We'll obtain this ring from the Enigmatic Legacy mod only when starting with the mod, okay? So when we equip it by mistake, and I say mistake or intentionally, this mod is obviously called the Ring of the Seven Curses. It doesn't have a cool name, and what it does is give us 7 curses that will constantly mess with us, okay? So how does this work? Basically, first of all, once you equip it, you can't unequip it in any way, okay? You can only unequip it with an unholy stone that says, once you've died in the nether in the middle of a lava lake, with this stone in your inventory, the ring of the 7 curses will be destroyed, just like with one of your soul crystals. He says, this can't be undone, that is, you can't go back on this, okay? Once done, we can't get rid of it. But what does it do? What 7 curses does it have? Well, basically the 7 curses are, first, you'll take double damage from any resource. Keep in mind that Enigmatic Legacy is normally played in mod packs, okay? So you'll take double damage from any mob. Neutral creatures become aggressive toward you, meaning creatures like iron golems will attack you, okay? They'll come after you, so that's wonderful. Armor is 30% less effective, so you take double damage, and armor protects less, okay? So that's wonderful. Monsters take 50% less damage. This doesn't necessarily have to be a problem, okay? Because if you're playing a mod where you can summon creatures and such, well, theoretically it shouldn't affect anything. But be careful, okay? It says, when you burn, you'll burn forever, okay? Let's see, I understand that it means forever. I mean, it won't extinguish on its own. You'll need water to put it out, okay? That's what I understand. Well, we can test it, right? Let's see. Okay, I have it equipped. Summon bar, lightning. Boom. Now I'm starting to burn. Oh, well, yes, I'm in survival mode. But wait, I'm wearing the ring. Why isn't... When you're on fire, you'll burn forever. Okay, there it is. I'm on fire now. Geez, wait. My goodness, look how much damage it does. Look how much it just took from me. And of course, it does double damage. That caught me by surprise, I have to say. But I'm going to try again. Just a moment. Okay, there it is. There's the fire. I'll try to burn myself permanently. There it is, okay? Now I'm permanently on, and if I turn off, okay, I can turn it off, okay? Well, we also have that each death will leave a part of your soul behind. What do I mean by this? Well, if I die now while in survival mode, I'll have 1 less heart, literally, okay? I have 1 less heart, and to recover it, I need to go to the soul crystal and get it back, okay? And pick it up again. Besides that, it says, you'll suffer from incurable insomnia. So wonderful, we won't be able to sleep. Okay. And then you'll also get 7 good things, which is basically a loot. 1 more looting level, 1 more fortune level, 400% more XP drops, plus 10 enchantment power, unique drops, ring of ender functionality, and you can create and use unique relics. Well, it's an item to add a little spice to the game. Well. Have you made the mistake of equipping the Unholy when starting a game? Sorry, I mean the Ring of 7 Curses, and you don't know how to remove it? I have the solution for you. For this, we're going to need the Unholy Stone, okay? How does this item work? Well, basically, we're going to need to make a portal. As you know, the ring itself, you can't just take off the ring by dying. Okay, we'll need an Unholy Stone, crafted like this, with Nefarious Essence, Nether Star Twisted Heart, made like this, and the Heart of the Earth, okay? And then, well, we'll have to kill a Wither to unequip this ring, so it's no small task. What this stone does is, if you die in the Nether in a large enough lava lake with this stone in your inventory, the ring will be permanently destroyed. It's the same process as with one of the soul crystals. This can't be done again. So if I now go with the ring equipped and this in my inventory and jump into a lava lake, theoretically, there it is. I should die. As you can see, I no longer have the ring, but I'm missing 2 hearts. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And you might ask, but I don't have any way to remove it except through this method. Yes, you can create a new world, okay? Or switch to creative mode. In creative mode, you can remove it too, okay? Well, it's not the best advice, but I understand if you have a world with many hours invested, switching to creative just to remove this ring isn't a big deal, right? That's up to each person, so that's it. There you have it. Alright, let's take a look at the knowledge and curse tomes. Basically, the Enigmatic Dread mod adds several tomes to the game. These include the Tome of Hungering, Devoured, Tattered, Withered, and Corrupted. Right-clicking them grants knowledge points and experience. These points currently serve to unlock special recipes like the Amulet, Ascension, and Testament of Contempt. Okay? It shows I have 17 plus 1 knowledge point. Got it? It says you've already read this tome. Here we have the Withered Tome. It's simply a way to unlock crafting recipes. There are also some special tomes like the Hungering Tome, which absorbs all enchantments from an item. It says, combine it with an enchanted item in any crafting interface to transfer all enchantments from the enchanted item to the tome, which will transform into an enchanted book. I'm not sure if this tome has a crafting recipe. Yes, it does, okay? So if now what I do is take a bow, okay? And I enchant it with Flame Reversal Flame, okay? Then I put this tome here and I'll get a flame book and the disenchanted bow, okay? So that's how they work for us. And then we have the Tome of Devoured Malignancy, right? This is created with a Tome of Hungering Knowledge and a Nefarious Essence, which you get from Withered Souls, okay? That is, I understand it's obtained from the Wither. It basically says, combine this or any enchanted item in a crafting grid with this book to transfer all curses from the item to the tome. So this tome basically serves to remove curses. According to what it says, only those who have the 7 curses will be able to obtain this power to use it. I mean, I understand that the 7 curses is this ring here that basically gives us 7 curses, and one of them, look, it says it right there. You take double damage, neutral creatures are more aggressive, armor is 30% less effective, and monsters take 50% less damage. When you're on fire, you burn forever. Each death separates your soul, and you suffer from incurable insomnia, meaning you can never sleep. Wow, that's pretty intense, huh? So anyway, they give you this and some blessings too. More light level, more fortune level, 400% dropped experience, plus 10 enchantment power, unique drops, ring of Vander functionality, and you can create unique relic. Well, I don't think it's worth it at all, but it's a way to add difficulty to the mod. How does the soul crystal system work? If you have the Ring of 7 Curses equipped, basically every time you die, a soul crystal will be generated instead of your death, right? Each crystal contains part of your maximum health, and if you don't recover it, you'll permanently lose that health fragment. To recover lost health, you must return to where you died and right-click on the soul crystal. There's also an item called a Wayfinder, which basically allows us to locate the soul crystal location, okay? So if I equip the 7 curses, which I now have equipped. No, now I have it equipped, right? Soul crystal, right-click to absorb. Let's see, now I'm in survival mode, okay? I have soul crystal, and a soul crystal will spawn when I die, right? Health bar kill, boom, I'm dead. I still have the ring equipped, of course I do. Doing everything possible to be annoying. And there I have the soul crystal, okay. And there I pick it up, and I've recovered the life heart that was taken from me when I died. Wonderful, okay. Well, there we have it, and
Yeah, with the Wayfinder we can find it. I understand this is a mechanic of the ring itself, right? Which, by the way, I can't remove once I've equipped it. So if I die now, that doesn't happen, right? Let's see, respawn. Well, it crashed, but no. Nothing happens.
Okay, so how does the Twisted Mirror work? It can only be used by those who wear the Ring of Seven Curses. Basically, it's crafted with a Twisted Heart, 2 potions of recall, and other items. The Twisted Mirror has infinite uses as long as you keep the cursed ring equipped, and basically what it does is similar to the Potion of Recall. It teleports you to your bed, respawn anchor, or world spawn if you don't have a respawn point. It says, the Twisted Mirror has infinite uses while the cursed ring remains equipped. Okay, right now I don't have it equipped, so let's try to equip it. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. And as you can see, if I right click, it teleports me to my spawn. Basically, it's a very powerful tool for those willing to accept the Ring of Seven Curses, okay? Having a spawn point you can teleport to any time is pretty broken, right? Why? Well, let's say I place a spawn in, I don't know, a super safe location, right? A respawn anchor, whatever. So I'm wearing the Seven Curses ring in a really dangerous situation, okay? I'm about to die and stuff. I just grab the Twisted Mirror, right click, and that's it, okay? And that's it, I'm safe. I don't have to suffer, right? Like, as soon as things get tricky, boom, right click, and I avoid dying if I'm in hardcore mode or whatever. It doesn't take any health or anything, so it's a really smart way to manage the Ring of Seven Sins, or Seven Curses, rather. So there you have it. Alright, how do we get Nefarious Essence and its ingots? Well, it's basically a drop from the Wither, okay? Well, I can spawn a Wither, but anyway. Let's defeat a Wither. Let's go. Effect. I'll give myself strength for 30 seconds at level 200 to kill the Wither quickly, okay? Where is it? It's gone, right? There it is, okay. So, there we have it, okay? You defeat it, and as you can see, it drops the S. And there's even a narrator and everything. There's a narrator saying that, well, the world in the presence of having eliminated this monster now feels more free. So, the ingots, how do you get them? Well, basically with Nefarious Essence and Netherite Ingot, got it? They're ideal for mod packs, okay? They can be used in custom recipes if you configure the pack. And here we have the Voracious Pan, okay? And some other items that also use the Nefarious Essence, got it? Which are part of quite a few packs within the mod. That is, it's a pretty advanced mod where you have to defeat the Wither to progress in it, okay? And it's no joke. If you want to remove the Ring of Seven Curses, you must kill the Wither, period. So I really like that they give the Wither so much importance because it's a boss that deserves it. It would be cool if they also made defeating the Ender Dragon useful, which, well, gives you Elytra, right? But it's true that in mods it often gets left behind because they always give you some flying system, making Elytra completely useless. So anyway, this mod at least has added a lot of utility to the Wither. Alright, how did Atom use the Forbidden Fruit? Basically, this is a rare item found in the Nether, especially in bastions and fortresses, and when eaten, the player will never feel hungry again, okay? But all forms of regeneration are 80% less effective, which makes survival more complicated, right? Let's see, this has pros, cons, and more. Would I recommend an item like this? Not a chance, okay? I understand the idea of never being hungry again is very appealing, but regenerating only 20% of what you normally would means that health regeneration from saturation will also be 20% slower. And, well, that's what we're seeing. Look how slowly my health is increasing. So, if we're in a hardcore game, this might sound appealing. I'll never have to eat again, but you're actually severely hampering your regeneration. I mean, 20%? We're talking about a golden apple regenerating 2.5 hearts, right? Well, with this, you'd only regenerate half a heart, okay? Just so you see how significant this is, it might sound like, oh, it's only 20%, not that bad. Well, there you go. What good is having a full food bar if my health bar is low, right? So, I wouldn't eat this plant, okay? But, well, we also have the Potion of Redemption, right? Which is this one here, the Redemption Potion, that basically reverses this effect, and drinking it cancels the curse, okay? And notice what they call it. They call it a curse. And yeah, both items have a very interesting risk-reward system and all that. So, I think you'd only eat this fruit in a very, very critical situation, because there are so many ways to get food in Minecraft. Too many, actually. Maybe I'd eat it if I was in the end completely lost with no food. In that situation, you might need to eat it. But really, what kind of situation is that, right? So it's probably just an item you keep in the corner of your inventory, you know. Just in case you might need it someday, knowing you can get rid of it with a redemption potion. Alright, how do we protect animals with guides? Basically, this mod adds 2 special books, the Guide to Animal Companionship and the Guide to Feral Hand, okay? The first one, as long as it's in your inventory, your attacks can't harm animals, okay? And hoglins become passive near you, got it? That's what it does. But it also modifies the second curse and says, tameable animals will be neutral towards you. Second course. It's the one with the ring. The ring curse. The second one says, neutral creatures will be aggressive towards you. And this says that neutral creatures or tameable animals will be neutral towards you, okay? Of course, an animal being neutral is good because when you hit it, it will attack you, right? That's how it's always been. So I have the book, I can't hit it, but now I can. Okay, I understand, I get it. So I can't hit it directly. I mean, I won't be able to attack animals. Okay, then there's the Guide to Feral Hand, which redirects damage your pets take within a 24 block radius, and that damage is reduced by 50% if you also have the Guide to Animal Companionship, right? It's a combo designed to protect pets by making the player take most of the damage. Got it? So yeah, there we have it. Alright, let's talk about how to get the Heart of the Earth and the Twisted Heart, okay? First, I'll show you the crafting recipes for these 2 books, okay? Now let's see how to obtain the Heart of the Earth. Basically, you can find it in dungeons, okay? In the overworld dungeons. It says it's slightly corrupted by the presence of, well, the ring, okay? Apparently. Then we have the Twisted Heart, which says only those wearing the Ring of 7 Curses can withstand the power to obtain and use this item, okay? What is this item used for? Well, to craft the Unholy Stone, for example, to remove rings, to make the Twisted Mirror, and basically many powers, okay? That we can only use if we actually have the Curse Ring, okay? So that's how you get it. It's also used to make the Twisted Mercy Potion and other exclusive relics, okay? And more. It's a mid-late game component within the mod itself. How would you use the Essence of Raging Life? Basically, this item works as infinite fertilizer, okay? Literally. And its recipe uses these elements we're going to look at, basically the Heart of the Earth, which we can get in dungeons, poppy, netherwort, so we need to have gone to the nether, right? It says here it's effective on cactus, chorus plants, netherwort, sugarcane, and vines. I don't quite understand what it means by being effective only on those. I say this because it works with everything, doesn't it? Like if I place this switch to survival and start right-clicking, it either grows or it doesn't. There it is, I've got it, it's grown, see? No, I don't really understand. Let's check out the sugarcane. I get it, it's like a way to let you know, to understand that you can do... No, it only grows to 3 blocks. I thought it would grow much taller. Well, there we have it, okay? This is what they're showing us, and there we have it, right? This is the item. I'm going to use the Twisted Mercy Potion. The thing is, this potion can only be used by players who have the Ring of the 7 Curses, okay? I don't have it on, and I'm not going to equip it, okay? Basically, what this does is it's a recall potion combined with a Twisted Heart, okay? And other advanced ingredients. Basically, drinking it teleports us to our last death location, which in this case was in the nether because I had removed my ring. Cool. Now I'll have to use this one because I want to return to the overworld. There it is, we're back at my last spawn point. It's just a tool to recover our body and items, okay? It's very risky since it takes us right back to the dangerous spot where we died, but it can also save us in difficult gameplay situations. Obviously, going back to where you died isn't the best idea, right? Especially without resources, but you never know if you put yourself somewhere safe before dying, knowing you'd have this potion. It depends on how each player plays their cards. Alright, how do the Heart of the Cosmos and Heart of the Abyss work? Basically, the Heart of the Cosmos is, it's high-level crafting, right? With astral dust and stuff. And by itself, it has an active effect, okay? Actually, no, it has no effect, sorry, but it can help us get very interesting crafted items. And then we have the Heart of the Abyss, which basically you only get if you've worn the Ring of Seven Curses for 99.5% of your world time, okay? It says it right there. It says, for now, your time is measured at 32.4%. And I don't know how often it updates because, let's see, 3.2.5 comma, maybe each time I check inventory, not sure. So we should wear it for 99.5% of world time while suffering this effect, right? And basically, under that condition, when you kill the Ender Dragon, the heart will float where the dragon dies without falling. And, well, theoretically, that's how you get it, I think, okay? And, well, as you can see, it also unlocks other crafting recipes that let us make the Heart of the Cosmos, okay? So, there we have it, and, well, time to enjoy the Ring of the Seven Curses, okay? Because wow, 99.5% comma sounds quick, but that's hours and hours of work, eh? I mean, if you spend just 1 minute without the ring on, we're talking about needing to play for 2 hours. What am I saying? 2 hours? More like 4, right? About 3.5 hours just for 1 minute, okay? So either you stay AFK or really enjoy using this ring, okay? Alright, how do you get extra slots with fruits and potions? There are several items that increase our special slots, and one of them is an item found in loot from lands, okay? When you wear the Ring of Seven Curses and consume it, you get a permanent ring slot, okay? For example, the Charming Insignia gives us one more charm slot, okay? And it replaces your name tag and other things. Well, it gives you one more slot, okay? That's how it's done. We also have the Bottle of Ichor, which gives us a permanent charm slot once we consume it. And there are also other charms and amulets and such. Theoretically, the Dormant Eye also gives us... Oh, actually, no. But basically, this allows us to have more power and have more charms and spaces, which is pretty good, okay? Let's check out the Ender Slayer sword. The Ender Slayer is a legendary sword specifically designed for end enemies, okay? It deals 150% more damage to end mobs, plus 600% knockback against those creatures. It can deal massive damage when fully charging an attack against Endermen, converts all Enderman orbs into experience points, temporarily disables teleportation abilities of Shulkers and Endermen, and disables active abilities like Nebula Eye, Non-Euclidean Cube, and prevents attacked players from using Ender Pearls, Recall Potions, and Twisted Mirrors. You can only use it if you have the 7 Curses ring, okay? Crafting recipe is shown here. It's not too difficult, just kill a Wither and you've got it, okay? It's also a weapon that deals 8 damage points. Let's spawn an Enderman just to see how I can knock him around. Hey! Because I don't have the ring on. Without the ring equipped, I can't even damage him. Let's see, now I'm going to equip it. Take that, and goodbye. There he goes. Wonderful, wonderful knockback. I love that 600% knockback. Take that, there. And they take full damage. Yes, they take full damage because they can't teleport. Now that's humiliating. And theoretically, this converts into experience, right? It should. But well, as you can see, this is absolute bullying, huh? Theoretically, while wearing it, living beings shouldn't be able to use ender pearls and such. But anyway, there we have it. Alright, let's see how the Wayfinder works. Basically, the Wayfinder is an object that points to the nearest soul crystal. In the Ring of Senkushi, when we die, we leave a crystal at our death site that holds an item, right? And basically, the pointer guides you to where you died. Oh, look, here's one. I didn't even know there was one here, okay? So you go over here and pick it up, right? And now, as you can see, it goes crazy because there aren't any more, okay? So this helps us regain life, and it's made with a netherite ting or twisted heart, okay? And so on. It's true that it's a somewhat basic item, but in the end, if you have a mod like waypoints, then this item doesn't make much sense, but that's what they give us, right? An ender pearl takes away 5 hearts when you have the ring. Wow, can you imagine losing 5 hearts? Well, there you have it, okay? Very well. How to fly with the majestic elytra and Angel's Blessing. Basically, this mod adds the Angel's Blessing, which is essentially an end spellstone that lets us craft the advanced elytra. It also adds the Gift of the Heaven and the advanced elytra. Okay? It basically says, hold the jump key while flying continuously to accelerate. The elytra takes more damage when you accelerate. It's an elytra with this special feature, as you just saw, crafted with Etherium ingot and other items that gives you boost while flying. I'm not doing anything, look, I go upward, boom, see? And I can speed up every time I press the spacebar to accelerate. I don't know where it's equipped, there it is, okay? Right now I'm accelerating. And you'll ask, so how do you unequip it? Well, you can't. You'll have to finish by landing on the ground, okay? So that's how it works. And by the way, what a cool generation this is here, right? Let's see. There it goes. Iron golems are aggressive, that's true. Going back to what I was saying, the Angel's Blessing also gives us a bit of features. Basically, it accelerates you in the direction you're pointing, it seems, okay? I don't really know what it means, so I need to... Oh, press K. Right, K is the key for shuttles. That's just... Well, it says passive abilities, makes you immune to damage and collision damage, 50% chance to reflect projectiles that you'll receive. Your own projectiles they're accelerated. The ability can be... Oh, I see, it can be activated while in the air by pressing space. Look how the bees come after me because I have the ring. And you're vulnerable to wither effect and to void damage. Wow. And I assume the elytra has all this too, right? Well, no, I think it would be a combination, right? Having the Angel's Blessing equipped and the elytra. So it's pretty much mandatory to have both. So there we have it. Alright, how does the dimensional anchor work? We can already understand it a bit from its name, right? Also how the eternal cake works. Well, the dimensional anchor is like a universal respawn anchor that works in all Minecraft dimensions and has a 35% chance of not consuming any charge. It shows right there. You need ender pearls to recharge it, okay? So right click and it holds up to 4 charges, sets your respawn point, and works as a safe spawn point even outside the nether. Then there's the eternal cake, which is a cake that never runs out. The eaten slices regenerate over time, and the recipe is expensive. It uses end ingredients and advanced resources, as you can see, with astral dust, cosmic concepts and such, but hey, you get an infinite cake. I'd like to know how filling each slice is. I'm going to reduce my saturation a bit, just to see how much food we're actually talking about. Well, let's test it out. I now have 2 less drumsticks. Right click and I see it fills up my entire saturation bar. Wonderful, wonderful. Well then we can craft a few of these. This way we'd have a space of, oh look, it's already regenerated. We'd have an infinite food source, right? It's true you can't take it with you, but well, or maybe you can take it. I mean, if I break it, well, can I break it? Let's see, tuk, no. If I break it, game over. But still, the concept of a cake that regenerates is pretty cool. It's like a food station, right? Pretty awesome. Alright, how can we make the most of the unwitnessed amulet and its forms? When creating a new world, we'll spawn with this amulet, and as soon as you touch it, it transforms into one of several unique variants. For example, with mining speed boosts, lifesteal, swimming speed, reduced gravity, etc., and permanently engraves its name. There's no other way to get these special versions of the amulet, so choose carefully in each playthrough. Additionally, when you have this equipped and die, it summons an extra dimensional vessel that safely stores your item, so it gives us this extra benefit, right? And there you have it. Alright, how do we use charms? There are quite a few of them, okay? Among the charms in the Enigmatic Legacy mod, we have the Treasure Hunter, for example. The Treasure Hunter gives us 50% more mining speed, plus 2 with 5 blocks of, 30% mining speed and 1 extra fortune level, okay? It also gives night vision under certain conditions and plus 2.15 block reach, okay? We also have the Monster Slayer. I haven't shown you the crafting recipes yet, but well, I can show you no problem. Treasure Hunter, this is how you craft it, and here's the emblem of Monster Slayer. Basically, this one gives 25% more damage to undead, 10% more to hostile mobs, and 1 extra looting level, okay? We also have the Mega Sponge. This aquariated Mega Sponge says it instantly absorbs water in a small radius when you enter, okay? So let's see. I need to have it equipped, right? And I'm moving around, but it doesn't work very well, huh? Oh my god, what a disaster. It works terribly. I mean, I can't even move like Moses. But well, theoretically, and also since the tick rate is low, it doesn't clean as fast as it should. It's designed for... Is it just water? Just water. So it's not even designed for the nether either. Well, that's pretty bad. I get that it's a faster way to dry, but it's still very slow. It's very slow, okay? Then we also have the Bloodstained Valor, okay? Which is another charm that basically has this symbol here, and what it gives us is plus 1% attack damage, plus 1% attack speed, plus 0.5 movement speed, and plus 0.5 damage resist. He says, these traits are multiplied by what percentage of your life you're missing, okay? You know that When right now I'm missing health, right? I'm going to hit a pig, taking half a heart from it. Well, that's because being cursed also makes me lose half my health, etc., right? But, no, it's because I don't have it equipped. Wait, now I do? Oh, I am doing the same damage. Very good, I'm awesome, okay? But theoretically, if you're missing hearts, or maybe it's because I need to be missing health, not hearts. Let's see. Puma! And now I hit. Yes, see? Now I do more damage, I'm faster, see it? It's because I'm missing health, meaning the more health I'm missing, okay? Well, the stronger and more amazing I'll be. I'm awesome, I'm awesome. So there you have it, okay? The incredible demonstration of how useful it is. Basically, the more health we're missing, the stronger we'll be. Well, no, it has much more to it. Then basically there are more special charms and such, okay? But anyway, just so you know. Alright, how can we use the Dormant Eye? This charm initially appears inactive, but when activated with a right click, it becomes active, okay? It grants an extra charm slot and 3 more blocks of interaction range in Minecraft. Got it? Its secret function is to reveal the real names of players wearing the charming badge. The charming badge, which is this right here, is a special charm that replaces your Minecraft name if you rename the item in an anvil. Other players will see that name above your character, allowing you to impersonate others and more. It also grants an additional charm slot, so you can equip this in another charm. It's a social mechanic common on servers that lets you hide your real username. So the Dormant Eye lets you see players' real names, plus gives you 3 more blocks of reach and an extra charm slot. It's definitely very useful in PvP, so there you have it. Alright, how do we get the Amulet of Ascension? It's an amulet that gives us +1, 5 attack damage, 15% more sprint speed, 15% damage reflection, 25% reduced gravity, 25% faster mining speed, 10% lifesteal, and 25% faster swimming speed. I mean, who wouldn't want this charm, right? So, how do you get the Amulet of Ascension? Well, the Amulet of Ascension is a very advanced relic, and to unlock its recipe, we need to use many knowledge tomes, okay? Which are, shattered tome, right? So we should be collecting knowledge points, okay? Until we unlock the crafting, right? I don't know how many I need to get, honestly. Okay, there I've unlocked more chapters. I'll continue. Well, as you can see, I'm still learning. I've tried to collect all the amulets and items in the game, but I can't find the crafting recipe. Theoretically, it's crafted with other amulets, including ones that don't come from this mod, okay? But from other mods and such. So I understand that's why the crafting recipe isn't showing up for me, okay? But hey, if you find it there, you have it, okay? It's a shame I can't show it to you. Let's see how to get the Testament of Concept. The Testament of Concept is another relic designed for bearers of the Ring of the Seven Curses, and is obtained through an advanced recipe, okay? It's a recipe that doesn't appear for me either, and is supposedly unlocked through the tomes, okay? Where you study it and it gives you a power. Look, I've already unlocked all the achievements and everything, and the Testament of Concept still doesn't appear for me, okay? Its effects focus on enhancing combat by accepting extreme sacrifices, and it's a key piece for very aggressive builds, okay? Basically what it does is, well, we can only equip it if we have 99.5% of our time suffering from the 7 curses, okay? It says when you carry it in your inventory, well, your inventory will persist after you die. The soul crystal experience will be lost, which means that you won't be able to recover the life you've lost, okay? You know that every time we die, we lose 1 heart. Creatures will slow down and be weakened. It gives us +3 damage and 15% lifesteal. Look, it's true that it's a pretty good item, and it's quite hard to die with 15% lifesteal, right? But, you never know. Nothing is certain. 15% lifesteal is a lot of lifesteal, you know? If you have area damage, 15% lifesteal, just imagine how they kill you. Yes, if you have area damage, right? When you have AoE and you get, I don't know, lots of enemies at once. Well, with area damage and lifesteal, you tell me what's going to happen to you. It's different if a boss comes and hits you once and kills you. That's something I won't get into. Alright, how can we use other rings besides the 7 Curses ring that are actually useful? Well, we have examples like the Magnetic Ring, the Dislocation Ring, the Ring of Ender, the Iron Ring, and the Gold Ring, right? Or the Exquisite Ring. So here we have the Magnetic Ring, which has this crafting recipe that basically attracts items within an 8-block radius, okay? You can disable it by pressing shift. We have the Dislocation Ring, which instantly collects any dropped items within a 16-block radius. So it's basically an upgrade from the previous one, and there's its crafting recipe. We have the Ring of Ender, which lets you remotely access your ender chest through your inventory or by using the eye keybind. Let's see, there it is, ender chest. That's the crafting recipe. And then we have the iron ring, right? When you wear it, it gives you +1 armor, okay? Finally, the exquisite ring, which makes piglins neutral when worn, plus gives you 1 luck bonus. Important note, piglins won't become neutral if you're also wearing the 7 curses ring, okay? So if I'm wearing the 7 curses ring, this ring won't work. But anyway, there you have it. How do I save experience with the Scroll of Ageless? This scroll allows us to store unlimited experience with 2 different modes. It has absorption mode and extraction mode, okay? Activation mode, it says, huh? There it is, it's activated now. Extraction and absorption, got it? You toggle between modes using shift. Basically, absorption mode will store any experience you gain while the scroll is active, and extraction mode returns your stored experience to you, okay? That's pretty much it. It collects orb experience within a 16 block radius, which is huge and shows storage experience, 0 units and 0 level. Current event, the J key. I have it on one of the maps, but anyway, there we have it. So theoretically, it should be able to store experience. Let me kill this pig and see. Let it store the experience for me. Wonderful, very, very cool how it stores the experience. I'm gonna do it again, not sure. I don't know if I need to have it equipped. Maybe I do. Okay, sorry. And now I'll go to the piggy. Oh, it's absorbing the experience. Okay. There we have the units. It says units or 130 something levels. So I guess with the current event, if it worked, I could just take that experience and apply it in limited amounts, not all at once. So yeah, there we have it. Today we're looking at how to recover items with the Scroll of Postmortem. This scroll works like life insurance in Minecraft with the Enigmatic Legacy mod. When you have it on you and die, it teleports your dropped items to your bed. Sorry, it teleports the items you've dropped to your bed or respawn anchor, okay? Or to the world spawn if you don't have either set up. Meanwhile, the scroll itself stays at your death location, okay? So you can only use it once until you go back and recover the scroll. This recipe combines the blank scroll with phantom membranes and the Eye of Nebula, okay? Let's take a quick look at what the Eye of Nebula does. It says, teleports you behind the creature you're looking at. It says 3-second cooldown, passive abilities, plus 40% magic damage, plus 65% magic resistance, and 15% teleport. Your enemy away, like far away, on any attack. It says, after using the active ability, your next attack is empowered and deals 150% damage. It says, immunity to damage, or yes, to damage, when using ender pearls. And when you're in water, you're invulnerable to any damage. That's a joke, right? Oh, no, you're vulnerable. Sorry. What does that mean, that you're vulnerable to any damage? I mean, you'll be vulnerable to ender pearls and that kind of thing, because you already are normally, right? Oh, or maybe you're vulnerable to explosions or damage that water usually blocks. Okay, I get it now. Well, it's not bad at all, right? Unless you plan to visit a monument or something like that, it's not bad at all. Alright, how to fly with the Heaven Creator. And, well, the Enigmatic Lega mod includes 2 flight scrolls, which are the Gift of Heaven and the Grace of the Creator, okay? Basically, these two. We have first the first one, which is the Gift of Heaven, basically allows us to fly within a beacon radius, consuming experience and removing the mining penalty while flying, okay? So that's pretty interesting. And then we have the Grace of the Creator, which is a superior version that lets us fly freely anywhere, consuming experience very quickly but at no cost within a beacon radius. And both recipes use astral dust, okay? Let's take a look. They use nether stars, gold, okay, and other items. And then with that scroll, there's astral dust, an Etherium ingot, and so on, okay? So there you have it. All right, how do we boost curses with the Scroll of 1000 Curses? This scroll is the dark scroll found in Nether Bastions with no recipe, theoretically. Let's see. Actually, it does have this recipe, sorry. It grants bonuses based on the total number of curses on items in your inventory, okay? It gives us 4% attack damage, 7% mining speed, and 4% regeneration. These traits are multiplied by the total number of curses on all the equipment you're wearing. So as you can see, this gives me 7 curses, which means these bonuses can be multiplied by 7, plus 7% mining speed. Let me equip it. Now, theoretically, I should remove, wow, plus 28% regeneration, plus 28% damage. That's a really good item. Let's see how quickly I can break blocks. I'm going to look for the stone because let's see the stone. I removed the stone much faster, right? And now I give myself a pickaxe /10 pickaxe. Well, I don't know how fast this one mines. Pickaxe, well, a diamond pickaxe. We all know how fast a diamond pickaxe mines, and there we have it. It mines much faster, okay? I'd like to see the damage too, though I don't expect a big difference. But look, here's a sheep. Theoretically, it should take 2.5 hearts, right? So I removed 3 from it. Well, not bad. 3 and change, I get it. So there we have it. I'll show how to improve interactions with pilgrims using the Pact of Infinite Avarice. The Pact of Infinite Avarice is crafted by combining the Darkest Scroll with gold ingots, okay? Basically, this pact gives us a fortune level. The Darkest Scroll can be found in the nether, right? In bastions and nether fortresses and such places. It gives us a fortune level, makes pilgrims neutral to us, even under the second ring curse, and makes bartering approximately 100% more beneficial. Bartering, which is trading with pilgrims, gives a 15% chance for any mob to drop an emerald when killed, and reduces villager trade costs by about 35%. It's an item clearly designed for economy and trading, which makes it pretty interesting, honestly. Let's look at how to use the basic spellstones. Well, they're not really basic at all, right? They're advanced items, but basically the mod adds 7 spellstones, okay? Each comes with lore and backstory, and they all grant passive effects and sometimes an active ability. For example, we have Angel's Blessing, which deflects enemy projectiles, speeds up yours, and lets you boost yourself in the direction you're looking. There's a bit of explanation there. We also have Will of Ocean, giving infinite underwater breathing, night vision, swim speed, plus the ability to summon storms in exchange for experience. Got it? And all these spellstones can be equipped without any issues in our inventory. You equip it there in the spellstone section. Alright, how do you get to use Etherium armor? Etherium armor is a set that's superior to netherite and is crafted with Etherium ingots, which you get by smelting Etherium ore. A raw ore found in the cities of Lens, okay? Basically, its pieces have high durability and other benefits, right? Also, it seems to have no visibility. I mean, I can't even see it. The set bonus activates when your health drops below 40%. It generates a shield giving 50% damage resistance, reflects most projectiles, and pushes attackers away. The armor is invisible while equipped, so it can be useful for surprising other players. Got it? I'm going to show you how to use Etherium tools, for example, or the Astral Breaker, okay? Well, the Etherium tools, like the pickaxe, axe, shovel, the scythe, and others, okay? These are all the tools here. Let's take them out. There are 5 tools. Basically, they have a durability of 3001 key feature. They mine in a 3x3x1 area, okay? For example, the pickaxe. The pickaxe should... Let's see. I'll make the shovel. There it is. 3x3. We have the pickaxe without any problem, okay? I understand the axe works the same way, and the size... Well, it's a hoe, okay? The scythe is a hoe. Sorry, I know there was hype. But no, okay? So I'll see if breaking in creative mode also breaks in 3x3, and no, okay? There we have the 3x3 of the axe too, okay? So these are pretty advanced tools. And then the Etherium broadsword also has an ability, as you just saw, that basically lets you right-click to shoot yourself in the opposite direction you're facing, okay? And by holding shift, you can suppress it. You can do... you can push others, right? I understand. Let's see. /summon. Ow. I crouch down and push you, right? Oh, well, I don't really know what it means then. I assume suppress it just means to prevent it from activating, right? That's it. The Astral Breaker, on the other hand, combines everything. It's a 3x3 of everything, okay? It combines the pickaxe, everything. It's crafted, as you can see, with astral dust and such. And it's an all-in-one tool that combines most items. And well, the question many of you have probably asked throughout the guide itself is how to obtain astral dust. It's a basic resource found in the Ender's loot from cities and other structures, used for multiple recipes like potions and endgame items, okay? That's why I've left it until the end. Etherium ore and Etherium ingots are also mainly obtained as loot, okay? Not from direct mining, but in end city chests and such, okay? The ingot is created by smelting the ore, okay? With the Etherium ore. So that's how you obtain these 2 important resources from the mod, okay? Alright, how to use the twist and the infinitum. And, well, these 2 theoretically add to us, well, this book and the infinitum, okay? Basically, both are alterations of the 4th curse, right? And you already know what the 4th curse is. It's that monsters basically take 50% less damage from you, okay? So we have the twist, which says it's an alteration of the 4th curse. It says you'll always do maximum damage plus 300% damage to bosses and players and plus 300% knockback, okay? Only those who have the tool can use it, okay? The ring of the 7 curses, basically. And theoretically it works like a sword, okay? I don't know if it has sweeping, but it works like a sword. I mean, it deals 9 damage and so on, okay? So it's much stronger and has 2.2 attack speed. So this is totally broken, right? Boom, 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 boom. I mean, wow, this is totally broken, dude. And then we have the infinitum one, which takes away 1600 less speed, but basically gives 200%. Well, you always deal full damage plus 200% against bosses and players, plus 200% knockback, and plus 10% lifesteal. It can carry most sword enchantments, and each attack inflicts horrific negative effects on enemies. When held, it gives you an 85% chance that lethal damage won't actually kill you. The sacrifice is necessary, okay? To acquire this item, you must have spent 99.5% of your time suffering the 7 curses. Got it? So if I try to use it now, I won't be able to use it. Actually, the negative effects hit me instead, so you can see a bit of what these negative effects do, okay? But anyway, this is what it does. I've only worn the rings 51.5% of my time in the world, and I need 99.5 to get this incredibly broken book. But of course, we need to literally play the entire game, right? And well, now we're finally at the last part of this mod. It took me exactly 4 hours to cover the entire mod, okay? I hope you appreciate that. So how... Oh, and I haven't even edited it yet, eh? I mean, I'm just recording and 4 hours of recording, okay? Alright. Basically, this mod, thanks to Astral Dust, right? I can't see the crafting recipes, but Astral Dust introduces a new tier of potions. These are ultimate potions, basically obtained by adding Astral Dust to potions already enhanced with redstone or glowstone. The result combines extended duration with increased effect level, like Jump Boost 2, lasting 8 minutes. So Astral Dust is also useful for potions. Let's see, jump. Oh, look, it's this one here. Jump Boost 2, 8 minutes, and it doesn't show the crafting recipe, but how can that be? Well, so we add Astral Dust to that Jump Boost 2 for 1 minute 30, okay? And this way we would achieve having a Jump Boost 2 potion for 8 minutes. Additionally, we'd also have Night Vision for 16 minutes, Invisibility for 16 minutes, Fire Resistance for 16 minutes, Haste 2 for 130, Instant Healing 3, Instant Damage 3, Longer Lasting Poison, and all can be made throwable or persistent, okay? Except for the Potion of Recall, okay? Which is one added by the mod itself. Also, there's the Molten Heart, okay? It's an improved version of fire resistance that lets us swim in lava with good visibility and such, but I'm not sure how it's crafted. It doesn't show me, so good luck figuring it out, okay? Maybe you'll find it somewhere. So with this, I've now covered the entire mod. Of course, I've tried to cover everything. It's a very large mod, and I'm sure I've missed things like... Look, I'll search for them. I've left out these 4 items. Pearl of the Void, Blazing Core, Voracious Pan, and Heart of the Golem, so I'll cover those in upcoming videos. Alright, let's start with the Pearl of the Void. What does this item do? It can be equipped as a spellstone, has an active ability called Absent that's activated with K, and has 0 cooldown and passive ability. It says, you no longer need air to breathe. You'll be immune to any status effect. Your attacks will inflict wither, okay? Any creature that approaches you, if exposed to darkness, will take massive damage and negative debuff. Sky flaps are affected regardless of the light level, okay? I mean the light level. And you have a 35% chance that lethal damage won't kill you, okay? There's no crafting recipe shown, but it is useful for the Burden of Desolation, okay? I've shown this before. It basically prevents iron golems, endermen, zombie piglins, and piglins from spawning and such, okay? Alright, so we have the Blazing Core. The Blazing Core gives us the active ability called Absent and some passive abilities. You're temporarily immune to fire and immune to lava. It burns enemies that attack you in melee. Any status effect will affect you twice as fast except for the Molten Heart, and the Molten Heart will last twice as long, okay? What is the Molten Heart? Well, I've already shown the Molten Heart, but it's a potion that lets you swim in lava, see under lava, and more. It says you're invulnerable to creatures underwater. You're vulnerable, sorry. So yeah, there we have it. Alright, now we have the Voracious Pan, right? It comes from crafting the Heart of the Abyss, okay? And with Nefarious Ingot. So it's pretty much a late game item. It says alteration of the 4th curse, okay? You will always deal full damage. 4th curse makes us do half damage to creatures or monsters, but now we'll deal full damage. We'll have 15% life steal plus 2 hunger steal. I understand it basically regenerates our food, right? When we hit enemies. It says, cooks the flesh of creatures you've destroyed and can be used as a shield to consume projectiles while blocking. Continuously holding this pan guarantees that, well, an effect called growing hunger, which basically means you get hungrier but you become stronger. Each new creature you attack with the frying pan permanently gives you plus 0.5 damage and plus 0.5 armor when you hold it. Yeah, man. The sacrifice needed to acquire this item is 99.5% of the time. It deals 32 damage and has an attack speed of 0.8. Also, getting more 0.5 armor each time you hold it after defeating a creature is extremely broken, with no apparent limit. So it's probably the most broken item in the game, right? Because you could potentially deal, well, I don't know, 10,000 damage if there's no limit, right? So anyway, there we have it. That's the crafting. It's obviously a late game item you can't use because you'd need the Ring of 7 Curses equipped for 99.5% of the game. So yeah, it's insane. And finally, to wrap up, the Heart of Golem, okay? A pretty standard item after seeing the Voracious Pan. But anyway, it's an item that gives us plus 4 armor points, right? If nothing is equipped in the armor slots, you'll gain 16 armor points and plus 4 armor toughness, basically iron armor and 40% explosion resistance. On the other hand, you'll have 25% resistance to melee attacks and 100% knockback resistance, so you won't be pushed back. You'll be immune to pricking and pressure damage, okay? Pressure damage, I think that's gravel damage, and pricking is like puncturing, right? Like a tingling sensation, I'm not quite sure. Maybe it refers to piercing or something similar, right? Note, you are vulnerable to magic damage. So there you have it. And with that, I've covered the entire mod. Ah, you've left out a super specific item, a potion you haven't mentioned. Look, I've tried to cover everything. Obviously, the mod has tons of items, and well, each item also has its descriptions. You know, like the quote player, right-click to play the disc you want. Oh, wait, no, to play the narrator's line. Yeah, okay, you know, I mean, anyway, I think I've covered everything except the amulets that just list effects, okay? Plus 15% speed and such, there's not much else to it. That's it. The Enchanter's spell, which gives you +1 charm slot and says, enchantments might produce curses or treasure enchantments, okay? You get tons of enchanting power when using an enchanting table and don't need lapis lazuli to enchant, and that's it. I really don't see anything else. Really, I promise. Look, the Heart of the Guardian says that when you have it in your inventory within a 24 block radius of where you are, you'll render, well, nearby monsters will target you. The nearby monsters, and while you have it in your hotbar, it'll make monsters within 24 blocks of you become enraged and gain more strength, targeting the closest monsters within 12 blocks. So I understand they'll attack each other, right? Some monsters are immune to this effect. This ability has a 10-second cooldown. Okay. Well, that covers pretty much the whole mod. I hope you enjoyed it. I think it's a really cool mod. It's commonly used in mod packs, and often we start a world with a mod pack and suddenly receive the Ring of 7 Curses and the Amulet, and don't really understand what's happening, but now you know. I expect many people watched this guide for that reason, right? Because you started a mod pack and suddenly, boom, you get a Ring of 7 Curses. What is that? Is it worth it? No? Well, here you have it, okay? Here's the explanation. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe and see you in future videos.